What's going on, YouTube community? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. So, the Houston Rockets, they did not get swept. I was actually surprised because I thought that the Houston Rockets was going to get swept because it just looked like, after game three, it just looked like all of their effort and energy was just shot from them. But me also knowing that when you're an NBA team, I don't think no team wants to get eliminated without winning at least one game. So they've played, they after getting embarrassed by what they lost by 35 points in game three, you had a feeling that they was probably going to come out with a little bit more effort, and you didn't know how Golden State was going to come out. Because like I told a lot of my friends, sometimes it's hard to close out a team. It may take you a loss to finally close out that team. Now, the Golden State Warriors, they got defeated 128 to 115. James Harden had a phenomenal performance, a great effort compared to what he did in Game 3. Now, by the way, James Harden, pretty much this series, he's been playing good, except for, like I said, Game 3, where it looked like he wasn't trying to attack, he wasn't trying to do anything. But this particular game, it wasn't just about James Harden. It was the whole team effort. I mean, that first quarter hurt the Golden State Warriors. At one point, it was 40 to 25. Like, they jumped out on the Golden State Warriors quick and fast, and it's like it was really no looking back. They was hitting threes. Josh Smith was hitting threes. At one point, I think he was, 3 for 3? 6 for 6, wasn't missing. He wasn't missing a shot. He had a total of 20 points. Those guys' three-point shots was falling. The Golden State Warriors, the Houston Rockets, they made 17 three-pointers. The Golden State Warriors made 20 three-pointers. They set a playoff record for three-pointers made. I think it was, they set a playoff record. Like, both of these teams can shoot, but finally, the Rockets' threes start to fall. Now, will it continue in the next game? I don't know. You just never know with this team. I would bet on Golden State threes continuing to fall before I bet on the Houston Rockets. It's just something about the Golden State Warriors. These guys are special. They can shoot the ball well. They can score the ball well. Now, before I get into James Harden performance, I'm just going to talk about pretty much, Stephen Curry and his whole little injury. You guys saw what happened. He hit his head when he was trying to, I think, go for a block on Trevor Ariza. But Trevor Ariza, he hit him with the okie doke, and Stephen Curry ended up falling. Now, from when I first saw it, I didn't know that he hit his head. I just knew that he came down on his wrist wrong, and when I saw his arm actually hit the ground also. But I didn't know he hit his head until, I saw, I saw more footage, and the commentators and stuff was talking about it. And of course the shit that's on the social media now, which is kind of ridiculous because this dude could have really hurt himself, and people are so quick to make all these goddamn pictures and all them little stupid ass pictures and shit like that. But Stephen Curry, he went out for pretty much about a 12-minute period. He had to, go through the concussion process and things like that. He was able to come back in the game. I didn't think that he was going to probably come back in the game, but he managed to come back in the game. Now, before that, the Rockets, they was up like 29 points. But then it seemed like when Stephen Curry went out, Klay Thompson and those boys continued to fight. They cut the lead down to 10, and it was a game. It was more of a game. But every time that it seemed like the Golden State Warriors, they would cut the lead down, the Houston Rockets, they had an answer. And it's like them not having Stephen Curry at certain moments, you can tell it actually hurt them. Even though Klay Thompson finally had a great, offensive performance, 24 points. He this was one of his best performances, and this is what we've been looking for, waiting to, get from Klay Thompson. I don't know if it's because, Curry stepped out and Klay figured he had to come up and play big. But, like I said before, if I'm not mistaken, the Houston Rockets, they went on another big run. But then Golden State cut the lead down again to 10. And at one point, they got to cut down to 7. Like, they kept cutting the Houston Rockets lead down. And, Stephen Curry, he came back out. You can tell that he was, I guess, trying to get a groove going because he knocked down a couple shots. Once again, this dude came in hitting threes. He had 23 points. He had 6 threes out of 13. 7 to 18 from the field, but you can tell he was trying to fill himself in, get himself back going, but it was like it was a little bit too late. Now, the Houston Rockets, they did let up. This is the problem with the Houston Rockets. You can't really let your guard up against a team who can shoot, and if they get rolling, it's over. You know, at one point it was like 98 to 105. Barbosa hit a three. It went in and went out. And then just right there, you knew, you just had this feeling like the Golden State Warriors was about to take over because Clay hit some threes, Stephen Curry hit some shots, Iguodala hit some shots, Draymond Green hit some shots. So it was like, oh shit, you just felt like it was coming. But James Harden and the Rockets, they had answers for it, especially James Harden. You know, attacking the basket, he was more aggressive. He was shooting the ball well. He shot the three ball well, and it's like he went to the free throw line. You know, 13 free throw attempts. You know, he got to the line, and it was like every time Golden State to get close, the Rockets just come back and hit a three and just spread the lead out even more. Now, overall, this was a great game. Like I told my friends and stuff like that, when the Rockets was up big, I was like, it's too early. It's still early. I'd rather have a big lead in the second half than the first half because you still have a lot of time to try to get back in the game, the other team, especially when you have shooters, you know, on the court. Now, the Golden State Warriors, you know, they didn't play their best defensive game, at least that first quarter, first half. But then, you know, they kind of got back in the groove. They played a little bit better, but we know they can play better defense. You know, the Rockets, they played good defense. They was just more focused this game, even with, you know, James Harden wanted to go see a Drake concert before, you know, game 4, you know. But hey, he backed it up in this game. He had to. 45 points. This dude was on fire, man. 45 points. Um, 7-11 from the 3-point line. 12 or 13 from the free throw line. 9 rebounds. He was rebounding like he was on fire, man. This was a playoff career high for him. And, you know, the other guys chipped in. Terrence Jones chipped in. You know, Reza gave him 17 points. The White House gave you 14. Jason Terry gave you 10. It was just a better effort from this team compared to the first, you know, couple games and even game 3. It's like, where was this effort at? You know, even though the first 2 games was close, they still just didn't look as sharp, you know. But my thing is, like I told people before, yeah, the Houston Rockets, they won this game. But this series is still over. At the end of the day, it's still over. Because you still allowed this team to fucking get back in the game, make it a close game. So just imagine if Steph Curry was like 100% still focused, you know, because Draymond Green had a hell of a game. He had a hell of a game, man. He had 21 points, 15 rebounds. This dude, special to be a little man and can play power forward and center position and make the opposing teams turn the ball over. Big piece. Iguodala stepped in, Barbosa stepped in. So now when they go back to the Oracle, you can feel that they're going to be pumped up. They're going to be focused. Stephen Curry said he's going to get some rest because he feel good. He just want to get some rest Monday, and some rest. And I think they're going to end it. I don't see the Rockets winning this series like people thinking they just talking dumb. Like, it's a reason why it hasn't been done. And you going up against a great team, and in that building they don't lose. So it's like it's going to be tough for the Rockets to come through. And then it's like my thing is I don't think Josh Smith is going to give you that many 20 points and stuff like that. It's not consistent. The Rockets are not a consistent team. So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, man, James Harden had a hell of a game. You know. He had a big game. He needed this game. They needed this game. But anyway, guys, tell me what you thought about this game. Comment, subscribe, favorite, like, share. Check out the previous videos. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and I'm out, man. Deuces.